And even if you are the boss, you are not entitled to do whatever you just, want them to do. Because we are all equal in the eyes of God, and we are all equal no matter what our job is. No one is entitled to belittle someone. We are not in the position of, hey, you're just nanny, or hey, you're just a dishwasher. Any job position should be respected. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for J1 visa and American culture. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you'll always be notified whenever we upload new jam-packed videos. And speaking of jam-packed videos, if you haven't watched our last video, I will link it down below and also put in the notification card, because that is something that I want you guys to watch and to learn and to know, be aware of, because there's a lot of students that are struggling, and I don't want you to be one of them. That's why it is important for me for you to watch the 2 videos that I just made. So if you're interested, link it down below and check in the cover. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing all of the things that I have learned in my J1 program. So if you're interested, then just keep on watching. Number 1, I learned to be independent. If you grow up in a family that are very strict or maybe conservative, it is hard to be independent because all of your decisions needs to be approved by them. So the first time that I went here in the United States, I was only 19 years old that time, and it is for a 3 months work and travel. And of course, that is also my first time being away from my family. That is my first time, not sleeping with them, because I never experienced really sleepovers. And also, that is the first time that I am working for someone, like I have a boss. So if this is your first time being away from your family or making your own decision, of course, it may be feel uncomfortable or might be scary at first, but it's a process that you need to experience in order for you to grow. And because of that experience, now I am independent and I can make my own decisions. Number 2, I learned how to value and save money. So when you are the one who is working for that money, it's hard to spend it, especially for things that are nonsense, or maybe you can just consider it as your wants. So the moment that I started working and earning my own money, I started to get conscious on spending things that I don't really need, or maybe I just want, because now I have to think about the housing rent, the utilities, my phone bill, my food, my clothes. There are a lot of things that you need to buy in order for you to survive, or like for everyday living, that you don't really appreciate or maybe not aware of, because before you're always asking for your parents' money, but now because you're the one who is earning money and you know that it's not easy, you get more conscious on spending your money. That's why I want you to know that you really need to learn how to save, because there are a lot of things that can happen, and if you didn't save for that, you might get in trouble. Next is I learned to better appreciate my parents' hard work. As I told you guys earlier, we will never know how hard it is to earn money when you don't experience it yourself. So for example, your paycheck for this week is $500. $150 goes to your housing. $200 goes to your groceries, so you already have $350. $100 is for your savings, and there's only $50 left for your transportation. If you're now in the same situation as me, like #adulting101, you will really think that, how did my parents did that? How did my parents budget all of their salary to give it to me, to my sister, to my brother, our school tuition fee, our allowance every week, our food, our housing, the utilities, and of course they still have needs. So how do they do that? After being independent, being away from my family, and doing this J1 program, I really appreciate how hard my parents work just to provide for us. I learned how to wash my clothes, because guys, be honest, when your mom does everything for you, sometimes, it is in my own opinion, because before I tried to wash my own clothes and I ruined some of the clothes, and after that my mom said that no more washing clothes for you, Rio. So I never really washed my own clothes, but when I got here, there's no mama or there's no helper or papa here, So I learned how to properly wash my clothes, separate the white from coloreds, and just be independent and do the damn thing. I learned how to cook. This is something that I am really proud of because I tried so many times to cook, but I always failed. But you know, as long as you try and try and try and try and never give up, you will get it. So now I can finally say that I know how to cook. I know it's not easy, I know it's hard, but if you are determined to do it, you will really get it. So next is I learned to be considerate to others. Number one is the servers, because before, when every time that we ate at the restaurant, I am always like get mad at the server whenever our food is taking so long. But then when I realized to be a server, I learned that it is not really the server's fault why your food is taking so long. It is the kitchen who is the one who's making your food. And if there's a lot of people in the restaurants, you also need to be considerate, because it means that your food will take a little longer than the usual. So by that, I learned that being a server is really not easy. As a server, you're the one who gets all the madness or the angriness of the guests. I really salute all the servers out there that I know your job is not easy and you deserve all the tips that people give to you. Next is also to my housemates, because I am not the only one who lives in our room. I have 3 roommates, but our room is like pretty big. It has like a 2nd floor, but it doesn't have any privacy wall. But if you have roommates, you really need to be considerate. When it's bedtime, it means lights off, no one is talking to the phone, or no one is listening in a loudspeaker. When you use the bathroom, make sure it is clean for the next user. And if you use the sink, make sure that you don't have any toothpaste left over, because if someone does that to you, they think it's cool. No, right? You will get pissed. So don't do to others what you don't want them to do. And next thing is about my colleagues. If you know that you always get the Sunday, Monday day off because you requested that, and one of your colleagues really need that day off because she needs to do something important. If you're not really doing anything important that day, be considerate. Give it to her, because you never know when is the time that you're gonna really need, But if there's something important that you need to do on Tuesday, Wednesday, so it's just more of like a give and take situation. You need to be aware that there's also other people around you, and it's not just all about yourself. It's also about taking care of your surroundings. I improved my confidence a lot. I am always scared of talking to our bosses or to our managers, because I don't want them to laugh at my English because maybe it's not right or maybe it sounds funny. But one day I realized that I will never grow as a person or as an individual if I will not do the things that I am scared of doing. So what kills you makes you stronger is true. Every time now that we have our bosses or our managers, I always try to talk to them, to communicate to them, and practice my English skills, and also ask them like, how do they build this hotel? Or as a CEO, what does it take for you to build like a hotel like this? Just by talking to them, I really learned a lot. And also, when you gain that confidence in you, all of your insecurities in yourself will go away, because you are confident and you believe in yourself. Next is, in this program, I learned that you cannot please everyone. There's a lot of times that I experience a lot of up and downs in this program, but it doesn't make me a weak person. It makes me stronger and believe that you really cannot please everyone, even if you are kind and nice and be an angel to everyone. You cannot please them, especially if you get recognized by your boss that hey, you're doing a great job, or hey Rio, you're really doing a nice job, you're making the guests happy. And there are colleagues that is not happy when they heard that from your boss. They think that you are getting their spotlight, if you know what I mean. So don't be affected by those people and just keep doing good, because you are not doing it for them, you are doing it for yourself, and you want to make other people happy. Next is, I learned to improve my skills, especially my communication skills. I don't talk like this the first time that I came here in the United States, but through speaking with my guests, to our boss, and to a lot of people that doesn't speak my own language, I learned to improve my communication skills. Even here on YouTube, even though I know that, I am not great in English, but I still want to speak English so I can reach more people, I can help more people, and I can deliver my message to the world. Next is, I learned to dream bigger. As I told you earlier, I like talking now to our CEOs, our bosses, to our managers, and also to my other colleagues. And as I talk to them, I learned that, you know what? I can still do a lot of things. I cannot just be settled as, being a server. I can be a real estate agent as I always dream of. I can also be a CEO, or I can be a business owner. So during my free time, there are times that I don't travel or I don't go out. So I'll be in my room, and sometimes it kind of gets boring, being into social media or just watching movies. So now I discovered that I also like reading books. Well, I love reading books when I was young, but as I get older, I find it like boring. But then as I did this program, all of my free time, I realized that, hey, why not read books and learn something new? Because as a person, I believe that you should never stop growing and you should never stop learning. So now every morning, I try to incorporate reading books as my habit. And at the end of this program, I realized that I am stronger than I think I am. You can be whoever you want to be in this world. As long as you are willing to put work into it and, be the best version of yourself every day, you are going there. You are on the right path. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you learned a lot, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions for me. Make sure to click the notification bell, because on my next video, I'm gonna be giving you a lot of tips for your J1 program. So if you're interested, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell. I'll see you guys on my next video. That's all for today. Bye for now.